Hey guys, welcome back. This is Sun.
And I'm Belle. Today we're going to review episode 7 of WandaVision. And just to warn you, there will be some spoilers.
Yes, and if you like this review, don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll be back next week for more reviews.
Awesome. I think we're ready to rate, as we always do.
Yes.
1 out of 10, and we're going to keep it a secret, reveal it at the end.
Okay. So episode 7 starts off in the 2000s, maybe 2010. You have that Modern Family introduction, and you even have, the actors looking into the camera. Now they're interview style. It's pretty cool.
Breaking that fourth wall.
Yeah, just like the title.
Right. So this episode starts with Wanda really starting to lose control.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Which I really like, because so far in the series, Wanda has always been 100% put together, totally in control of the reality. Even this intro leads you to believe that it's still Wanda because...
Yeah.
Remember?
Her name is Wanda.
Wanda.
And Vision's name doesn't even come out until the very, very end. It's just like a very short snippet.
And even then, it says created by Wanda Maximoff.
Mm-hmm.
So we're still led to believe up at this point that it's Wanda, but we know things are breaking down.
And just when things are really about to fall apart and she just is tired of having the kids around, guess who shows up conveniently?
Always Agnes, our suspicious little character.
Yeah, and she is quite something, because every single time that there's something wrong, she just shows up miraculously and she knows exactly what to do. She is the master of problem solving.
It's almost as if she's always watching, maybe even in control of things.
Especially when it comes to the boys.
She's got this weird attachment to those boys.
Yeah, so she takes the kids and takes them even closer to her, right? Her own house.
First time we go to Agnes's house.
Welcome back to Agnes's character, or shall we say, Agatha.
Also, that reminds me, in our very last review, I accidentally said Agatha when I was referring to Agnes.
Yes.
That was totally just a blooper. I just totally messed up. I don't read the comics. We don't. We're just watching it as average viewers. So I just got lucky there in calling Agnes Agatha.
That was too funny and convenient.
Or I'm a genius.
Convenient.
Okay.
So meanwhile, while all this stuff is going on, Vision is hanging out with Darcy of all people.
Yeah.
At a circus.
What a random pairing.
Yeah, and to be honest, I mean, every time it's Vision and Darcy, I kind of zone out. I don't know what it is, but it was just there's so much commotion going on, and they're trying to make their way back home, and then all of a sudden the kids they walk across the street, and then there's construction, and there's like things. It felt like a circus. And so, to be honest, like anytime it just felt like a filler to me. And I kept on wanting to say, like, let's go back to Wanda, let's go back to Agnes, let's go back to the kids, what's going on? And so that part was boring.
Boring. And I've said this before, but every time Daisy or, Agent Wu or the sword people are the main characters of the scene, to me, I don't know if it's just me, but I kind of just zone out, snooze a little bit.
I finally see what you mean.
Right?
Dude, you said that in last episode.
And the one before.
Yeah. And I didn't see it until finally today. I was like, or last night when I watched it, I was like, wow, this is really bad.
Well, and I think that...
And pointless.
It's just pointless. It's kind of filler. I think Daisy is the comedic relief, and that's all good and fine, but I just think it takes away from the magic of the show, and I want to know what's going on with Wanda and Vision.
They're just time fillers.
I knew that from the very beginning. It's taken you a while. But for all my Darcy fans out there, I mean no hate.
A lot of this episode was the development of Monica, her character. And the whole point of her trying to go back to Wanda and go back through the hex is because she wants to save and protect Wanda. She has that connection with her through the loss of her mom and Wanda's Vision. So Monica finds her way right in front of Wanda's doorstep. And she's out there, she's playing like, hey, listen to me, Wanda, I'm here to help you. Let's go fight against Sword. But Wanda is like over it. She doesn't want to hear anything she has to say.
You're a liar. Everything you say are lies.
Yeah, and it's actually a kind of a powerful scene because we see that, Monica's just trying to help her and Wanda's completely lost. And right then and there, we see who walked by.
Of course, it's Agnes, and Agnes is kind of just stoking the fire within Wanda, just, telling Monica, your welcome has run out, like, get out of here.
Right. And so she takes her into her house as well.
Agnes's house.
Yeah.
Where a lot of things go down.
Yes, it does. Some weird stuff. So Wanda finds herself in Agnes's very dark home. Like, it's really, really dark. And she looks around and she sees that bunny in the cage and then that weird cockroach on the curtains, which is weird. And she looks down and she sees that, their kids have clearly been there. There's 2 plates of food, half-eaten sandwiches. And she's wondering, oh my gosh, where are my kids?
And Agnes tells her probably playing in the basement.
Yeah, and I thought the scene was super eerie because now Agnes is welcoming Wanda into her home, which is an intimate place, and she's ready to reveal who she really is.
I wasn't sure that Agnes was ready to reveal who she was. Mm-hmm. I thought it was more of she had to take Wanda away from Monica Rambeau, and so she had no choice but to lead her into her home. And I think she kind of forgot that she's supposed to be entrusted with the care of her children.
Yeah, but why would she leave her house the way that it is?
In her home?
Mm-hmm.
Well, to me, the basement is creepy.
Yeah.
No doubt. But her house was, dark. There was a beetle on the curtain for sure. There's a weird kids' TV playing.
Uh-huh.
But other than that, I didn't think it was, like, too much of a beneath the curtain. I didn't think it was as dark as...
Yeah, I see your point. Definitely. So Wanda's looking for her kids, and she goes down to the basement, which is basically a dungeon.
Yeah.
It is dark, it is eerie, you got that spooky music in the back, and she finally looks around and there's a spell book, you got potions and fumes everywhere, and she's looking around and, you could tell that she's very confused. Like, what is going on? I've lost my kids, my, Vision's somewhere else.
Who is Agnes?
And who is Agnes? The person that I entrusted my kids with. And finally, you see Agnes as she turns around, and she even looks a little bit darker, witchier.
She looks like a witch.
Yeah. And she says, you know what, Wanda? You thought you were the only one with the power? Well, I'm Agatha Harkness. Nice to finally meet you.
That's right. And then there's a new theme intro song here, and it's all about how it was Agatha the whole time.
Agatha all along.
There are flashbacks, and it even goes back to episodes 1, 2, 3, 4.
All of it.
And it shows her behind the scenes and all these events, and she was the one pulling the puppet strings.
Did you remember the dog scene?
Oh, right. And then at the very end, she goes, yeah, and it was me who killed Sparky. And it was me who killed Sparky.
Yeah.
And didn't I call it?
Yep,
I thought that the dog wasn't in the blanket. It was.
It was
apparently.
dead.
And
because they finally showed it. They showed the dog because the whole time, like you said, it was covered up, and now they finally showed it, and she's torturing all these animals and people.
And it's got something to do with those 2 boys. And where are they? What did you think about the whole Agnes being Agatha?
Man, well, we weren't surprised, right? We kind of saw it coming. We knew that there was something developing with Agnes. I just didn't think that she was like fully in control and honestly a bad witch. That's how I got. That's the vibe that I get. I don't see her as a good witch. What about you?
Like you said, I saw it coming.
Mm-hmm.
I thought from a couple episodes back that Agnes, I hope that she was going to be our villain character. I know a lot of you saw it coming. I've seen it in the comments below.
Yeah.
But I thought that the reveal was just executed
so
well, so perfectly. I thought that title sequence with Catherine Hahn was just amazing. What a wonderful actress, perfectly cast for this part. And I'm just relieved that it was someone else also playing behind the scenes. Because if it really was just Wanda this whole time, how predictable and kind of boring, because I thought it was Wanda from first couple of episodes.
Yeah.
So I was hoping and praying that Agnes would be a villain character, and I hope that she is. You know, the only one I was kind of disappointed is I thought Herb would play a bigger role. He was just a puppet. He was just a puppet behind...
Remember they show the flashback and she does this thing and he's like frozen. He's not real.
Right. Yeah, it was Agatha the whole time.
It was Agatha. So, I think we're ready to reveal our score and see where we came. Ready?
Ready.
Okay. 1, 2...
7.
Dude, I'm kind of surprised.
Why are you surprised?
Well, because I really liked this episode, and I thought you would too. But I'll give you the reason why I gave it a 7. I just thought the scenes again with with Vision and Darcy were just kind of boring and slow, and a lot of filler in this episode. Really, the main meat and potatoes was at the very end with Agnes's reveal, and even that we knew that she was not who she was. I just thought it was very well done and executed, and I enjoyed this episode. However, the first, 20 minutes of the 35-minute episode was just kind of boring.
Hey, there's also... Did you see the scene with Monica Rambeau after the credits?
Yes, I did.
That was like the
with
first
Pietro.
That was awesome.
Yeah,
I hope
Snoopy.
they developed that more. Yeah,
of course.
Snooper's gonna snoopers.
Yeah. Definitely saw that. So if you missed that part, go back and watch it because it's funny.
Yeah, I think there's gonna be more going on with Pietro's character. That's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I gave it a 7 because I'm so excited about Agatha's character playing this villain role, and I hope that there's, some tension between Wanda and Agatha. I'm really excited for Monica Rambeau's character with her developing her superpowers. I do agree with you. I always have thought that scenes with Daisy and just going back to Sword and even Hayward, I'm not that excited about Hayward. I think... it's a little bit boring when that happens, but when it's all about Wanda and Vision and Agnes, it's really exciting.
Awesome. Let us know what you think. Did you like this episode? And do you have any theories on what's going to happen next? If you do, comment down below.
If you enjoyed this review, please like and subscribe, share with your friends, and be sure to tune in to our Taco Tuesdays every Tuesdays where we answer your questions.
Yes. So until next time,
Thanks friends.
Bye.